students, I hope you all are keeping fine. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is Volcanoes. Before starting this chapter, I want to tell you most important keywords regarding this chapter. One is endogenic force and second is volcanoes. Now, when you will heard about these volcanoes, you will imagine something, right? Lava, magma, these are coming out. So these things will be going on in your mind. But before that, you have to know these two words. What are they? So first is endogenic force. There are generally two types of forces. One is diastrophic and second is sudden. Okay. If you break the sudden forces or sudden movements, you will get volcanoes and earthquakes. In these two examples like volcanoes or earthquakes, endogenic force is a very important factor. What is they? Now, endogenic force means the force that is acting below the surface of the earth. If this is the surface of the earth, so below the surface, that means underground, when the process or force will start working, then it will be known as endogenic force. So endo means always inside the earth's surface. Done? What are the examples of this endogenic force? Number 1, volcano. Number 2, earthquake. Done? Now second is volcanoes. What do you mean by this? If I draw this picture, then it will be easy to understand. Now see, below the surface of the earth, there are hot molten magma present. When this hot and molten magma, they start moving outside of the earth's surface through a simple pipe structure. Okay, so now like this, they all will come outside of the surface of the earth. Then it is known as volcanoes. And this pipe-like structure or the cracks that is present on the earth's surface, they will force to come out the magma. Done? So this pipe-like tube or this fracture or cracks that is present, they are geographically known as vent. What is the spelling? V-E-N-T, vent. And now you have to know what is volcanic eruption. Eruption means the process that is taken place over here. Volcanic eruption is a sudden movement that is associated with endogenic force. So here 3 terms are more or less clear to you all. Done. Now next is what are the main causes for this volcanic eruption or for the volcanoes. So next point is causes. Everywhere, behind every geographic incident, there are certain causes present. Like this, in volcanoes also, the important reasons or causes are number 1, plate tectonic. Plate tectonics. If you remember chapter number 5, there I have mentioned the formation of landforms. If you have seen that video, you can easily understand what is plate tectonics. Plate tectonic is nothing but the movement of the plates. Okay, so during the movement of the plates, what happened? The magma that is present inside the earth's surface, it is getting affected. Okay, and this time volcanic eruption takes place. So plate tectonic is one of the important factors. Now, number 2 is heat and pressure. Heat and pressure. Again, this is related to our earth structure chapter. There, we have described or we have discussed about the interior of the earth's surface. What are they? First, it was core. Second, it is mantle. And last or the topmost one is known as crust. Right? There, I told you all that when we are going from the surface of the earth to the core area, the heat, here I am representing heat by H, and pressure that is represented by P. both of them, they will be increased. That means when we are going below the surface of the earth, automatically the heat and pressure both will be increased. So what happened? We know in this mantle part and core part, magma is situated. Magma means what? The hot and molten material, right? So when the heat is increasing, what will happen? The weaker rock will be getting melted. Okay, and we know that rock is very bad conductor of heat. That's why rock or earth crust, they generally, it does not escape the heat. Okay, so what happened? Due to the increase of heat, when the material that is present or the weaker rocks, they will be melting out. Okay, and by this they will cause the pressure. But we know on the surface of the earth there are so many cracks present. So always this molten material, that means molten rock materials, they will find a way to get out of this area. Okay, because the pressure is more. So where two terms I have mentioned. Number one, heat is increasing, and number two, pressure is also increasing. Both of the increasing of the pressure and heat, what the weak rock or the material will do, they will just find a way to get out of this surface. Like this, again the volcanic eruption will take place. So here, these are the basic two causes for volcanoes. Number one, it is plate tectonic, and number two, it is heat and pressure. When the pressure will be more, the molten thing that is present, they will always find a way to get out of this or to escape themselves. Like this, again volcanic eruption takes place. After this, another one point is there, that is magma chamber. Okay, so the third one is magma chamber. This is also similar to the second point, that is heat and pressure. What is that? Magma chamber means below the surface there is one particular place where magma or molten material are generally situated. So when layer after layer magma is situated, then what will happen? After a certain time there will be huge pressure, okay, of magma. And we know again there are so many cracks on the crust of the earth. So again the pressurized magma will always find a way to get out of the surface of the earth. So this is number 3 point. But this is not so important. What is important? Number one, plate tectonic, and number two is heat and pressure. Done. Now the third topic of this chapter is products. Products means through the volcanic eruption, what are the products we can generally get? Number one, so many gaseous materials, okay, like steams, then gases. What type of gases? Sulfur dioxide, SO2, CO2, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfate. So these are the dangerous gases which generally get out due to the process of volcanic activity. Number two, so many solid materials also come out from this volcanic eruption. What are they? Pyroclast. So Pyroclast. Pyroclast. What is this? The meaning of pyroclast means the solid fragments of rock. Okay, that means the small particles of rock, when they will come out through the magma, through the volcanic eruption, then it is known as pyroclast. Done. Then, when the very fine solid materials will come out, they will be known as dust. Done. And last number, when like small stone-shaped rock or fragments or minerals will come out due to the volcanic activity, they will be known as lapillis. Lapillis. L-L-I-S. So there are generally three kinds of solid material come out due to volcanic activity. Number one is pyroclast. Pyroclast means that is the solid fragments of rocks. Number two, it is dust. Dust are generally very fine materials. And number three is lapillis. Lapillis means when the small stone-shaped fragments will come out, then it will be known as lapillis. So these are the basic products. Number one, steams, gases, okay, like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfate, this. And after that, solid materials like dust and lapillis. In our next video, we will discuss about the structure of the volcanoes. Till then, take care.